So I have been using this all new iOS 26 update from a little over 2 days now. It's almost about 3 days since I have been using this new update, and here are a few of my thoughts that what I wanted to share about in this video. I just did not want to be the first one on YouTube to be able to upload a review, but I just wanted to give it some time, test a few of these things. But here are almost, I would say, 5 new things that you need to know about this all new iOS 26 update. So a bit of my experience and a bit of the things that you need to know about this all new iOS 26 update over here. So let us get started. The first thing that I want to talk about in this video is the all new liquid glass design, and this is something that you will see throughout the entire UI on this smartphone with this latest updates. And I would say Apple did fix a few of the things and did manage to make the things look a bit more, I would say, clean and a bit less cluttery. But at the same time, I think so that there is too much glass in my opinion everywhere, and a few of the times if you're reading through the notifications, it would just not adjust through whatever is there in the background, because this is how the glass work. It shimmers through whatever is there on the background, and if it is too light in the background, it would just convert the colors of the text into a bit more darker, and vice versa in the other case. But what if it is in the middle of something? For example, if it is not too dark and not too light, in those cases I felt like it is very hard to read the text and the notifications, and everywhere where this UI is implemented, it is just not the way that I would just want to be. But I think so Apple just did a very good job in implementing this liquid glass design, and this could have been not better than what Apple has really implemented. Now, myself being a UI UX designer, I just think so that again Apple should have just kept the flatter icons on the home screen and just being carried forward with everything else that is the liquid glass thing throughout the rest of the UI. I think so that it might have looked a bit more better, because even the normal icons, or if I'm into the normal customization mode for the icons on this iPhone, I still feel like that the icons look a bit more glossy in my opinion, and at the same time it just looks a bit more cartoonish. And the same thing is with the taskbar, as you can see over here in this video. I think so that the edges are a bit too glossy, and it does make your iPhone look a bit more like a cartoonish thing. And this is, I think so, the way how the UI used to be a few years ago. But I think so that again, I love the flat icon design that what Google is doing and what Apple was doing in the past, but I just want Apple to invent over here and make this glass design not look a bit more what they have like right now. But I think so that these icons should have a bit more blur that is combined with the glassy design. So I think so that it might have made a bit more sense, and the UI might have been a bit more better. But something again that I am not enjoying on this iPhone, but maybe it will start to grow on me. But one major design change that I saw on this iPhone was in the terms of the camera application, and this is again one thing that have not been updated in the longest time. And right now I think so it looks a bit more like the Google Pixel smartphone. So if you just open the camera application, so let me open this thing for you over here, you will see that all you really have over here is the video and the photos icon, and you can just swipe to right to left to change to the different options that you have got in here. And again, you have got this glass design being implemented, and you will see that how the characters are moving through this glass design when you change to different options. But again, Apple just wanted to make this UI a bit more simple, but at the same time you would never know that if you are into the individual option or the settings. So if you are into this photos mode, if you just swipe up a bit from here, okay, it's a bit more. So if you just swipe a bit more from down to up, you will see the different settings for the photos application. And the same thing if you are into the video setting, and if you just swipe a bit, you will see a different menu for the videos. And again, if you just want to change the FPS or the resolution, it is on the top right corner of the, actually the top left corner of the display. And you have got some other settings like flash to be on and off, and different menu options on the right hand side. So if you just want to have the action mode enabled or exposure or flash, that would be on the right hand side corner. Again, the settings will change according to the different options that you are on the GUI. So yes, it is a refresh in my opinion, but it does make a bit more complications. And again, I like the design of the Google Pixel 9 smartphones a bit more better with the Material UI 3 and the 2 that what they already have on their latest smartphones. It is a bit more clean and the application is a bit more functional with a bit more options and a bit more easier to be able to operate different things, but not something that I'm liking on this iPhone. So again, just my opinion, but not something really that is a poor design or implementation by Apple at all. Now another thing that you will notice in the terms of the new UI is the way that how the applications are now. If you're into the camera application or even if you're into the photos application, and most of the applications that are built for Apple get the all new floating bar design in the terms of the application. So everywhere you will see the floating toolbar at the bottom of the screen, just like in the camera application as well, and also in the photos application and also in the phone application. Now this makes the entire UI a bit more polished, a bit more clean, and when you just move around or scroll up and down through the screen, you will see the glass design as you can see over here in the bottom, and it will just shimmer around that whatever is there in the background. If it is dark, it will become a bit more dark, and if it is a bit more light, it will become a bit more light. So again, a very good design implementation by Apple over here. Now the same thing is with the phones application as well. So I am over here right now, and you can see that if I go through different options on this phone application, I will see that the glass is moving around through the different options and it is a floating bar design. And also they removed almost all the clutter from the phone application as well, because now Apple has removed the favorite icon on the bottom of the toolbar on the phone application, which makes it look a bit more cleaner. But you will see all the favorite contacts in the form of the long elongated images on the top of the iPhone, as you can see over here. So all my favorite contacts are over here. And also, if you have not really favorited any contact in the past, when you do it in this new version, you will be able to choose that this favorite option over here. If you click on it, you want it to be open on WhatsApp chat or maybe FaceTime or something. So everything that is there, it is unified into one single option in this phone application, which is just amazing. So a lot of good things that is happening around. And again, Apple has also added a few more features as well. For example, if you just click on this option on the top of the contacts menu option, you will see that you will have options for unknown callers, spam, and manage filtering, and so. And also you can switch between the classic UI and the unified look if you just want to. Now again, as I said before, it is a good design, but I do not like anyway the clear design, because it is not the way that I just want to see the things. And even if I change the colors on the clear code that what we have on this liquid glass design, I just again do not feel it a bit more pleasing. I think so that the previous implementation with iOS 18 was a bit more better over here. And also these icons, if it is on the default one, I just feel like it is a bit more cartoony for me. One last thing that I forgot to mention over here in this video is this lock screen. So this lock screen, as you can see over here, that I have a long elongated time in the back of here and I'm just sitting in front of it. And the way it works is that it has enabled some kind of feature to be able to give a bit of depth to the image. So any kind of image, even in the photos application or in the lock screen, you can change it to be having a certain depth. And also if you just want to create a width, so that if you just want to zoom in and out of the image, you can do it as well. But I just want to see that what do these people they are calling this feature, because I know. So that is called as some kind of spatial scene. So yeah, so Apple likes to call it as a spatial scene feature, and it can be enabled in any photograph and also on the lock screen as well. And also Apple will now recognize that if there is extra space between the subject and the actual image itself, and it will just elongate the or allow you to elongate the time according to whatever is the space in the background. And it will also shift a few things, so you just do not need to do anything. So for example, that if there is a mountain in behind of the scene, and if you have got at the same time an elongated time as well, so what it will do is that it will just shift a bit of the time in the behind of the background, like somewhere in the back of the mountains or so, and it will just make the entire lock screen feel a bit more amazing. And also at the same time, you have also got the same glossy liquid glass design that is going on to this lock screen as well. And every element, the camera icon, the widgets, and even the time itself, it will have a glossy effect that is going throughout this entire lock screen. So yes, a lot of class design, but something that you just need to get used to. Now the next thing that you should know about this latest iOS 26 update is that a few of the features that are being implemented on this device are being carried over from the Google smartphones. And I'm talking about the features like the all new call screening feature that allows you to answer the unknown callers without interrupting you. So if you have got some kind of call from a person, and if you just do not want to pick up, so what it will do is that it will do the call screening, and you will see the entire context on the screen of your smartphone, and then you can choose that if you just want to answer that call or no. So this is exactly the way and exactly the same name as what Google has been using on their smartphones as well. So again, I would say it is a pretty neat feature. Now the second feature that Apple copied is the hold assist feature. Again, this is a feature that is already available on the Google smartphones, and what it does is that it keeps a spot in the line when you are waiting on the call with a live agent, and when the live agent already says that they are ready, you will get a notification that the call agent is ready, and you can just take on the call and use it like a regular call as you are used to on the smartphones. Again, a feature that is copied from the Google Pixel 9 series, but for a better good. Now the third feature is also something that is very much familiar from the Google smartphones, and I would say that it just does not work exactly the same way. So this is a feature that is combined with Apple Visual Intelligence, where you can just take a screenshot and get more information. So for example, that if you have got a watch in front of you, you can just get more information and do a Google search about it, and if it is a date, it will just give you an option to add that particular date to the calendar or maybe a reminder or something. And again, it will give you some other results as well from Etsy, or for example, if you just like some kind of, or maybe this mouse over here, but you just do not know that what is the brand or what is the exact model of this mouse. So what you can do is that you can take a photograph, then you can take a snip of it, and then it will take you to the Google site. So it is a two-step thing, I would say, rather than just doing a circle to search feature. That is something that is built on almost all Samsung smartphones and the Google smartphones. And yes, I think so that the circle to search feature, it works way better than this thing over here. But again, I'm just saying that this is an implementation that is a copy, but again, Google just did a bit more better job in my opinion. Now the third thing that you should know about this new update is the updated iMessages application, and it is a bit more smarter now. For example, that if you're in a group chat and if you just want to type something, so when you are typing or when someone else is typing, you will see in real time that who is typing. You can also pay money to different people in the group by using the Apple Pay directly on the iMessages, and also you can change the background on the iMessages at the same time, just like what we already have on the WhatsApp application. There are also some predefined, I would say, the backgrounds that are already there. But something that is different that I have not seen in a lot of applications is the ability to just create the polls. And if you just want to create a new poll, you can just add the poll into the iMessage application, and if someone else he wants to add another option into it, he can do that. And also sometime while chatting, if there is a conversation where Apple AI or the Apple Intelligence, it feels like that you just want to add some kind of poll to there, it will give you a suggestion and create a poll for you, which is amazing. But also there is now a translate option in the iMessage applications that you can specify in the iMessage application. If you just want to just translate the language from one to another, it can be pre-specified within that contact option. So you can set as the primary language to maybe French and the converted language into English or something. And whenever you send a text in the iMessage application, you will see a translate option just on above of the message. So if you just want to send a translated message, it can be sent via iMessage as well. Again, something that is already there on the Google smartphones, but something that is fixed on the iOS 26 update. So something that is very amazing in my opinion. Now the fourth thing that you should know about this all new update is the inclusion of the new live translation feature. Now I tested this feature on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra when I got that phone. After that, I never had to use that option, but I tested this thing on this iPhone 16 Pro Max as well, and it is just one of the most laggy ones in my opinion. Again, when you call someone, you will see another option on the top of the screen, or you can just scroll into more options. You will see that there is a new option for live translate. You can enable that, and what it will do is that it will try to just listen to you, and it will just convert the text into whatever is the translated one. But it just takes a lot of time to translate the text from one format to another, and it will again at the same time give you a speech as well. So something that is very handy if you're not aware of a language. But again, it does not support every language on the market. So again, one thing that I would just wait Apple to implement and make it a better one in my opinion. But I think so because a lot of processing over here is happening on the phone, and it is a better build. It is just not the best version of the live translation that we have got on the iPhone as of right now. But again, it is a beta build, so I will just not complain a lot about this in this video. But lastly, the other things that you want to know is a bunch of small features and the nitty-gritty features that are there in this iPhone. For example, that now you have got this new wallet application where you can store your passport and you can send the money by Apple Pay in the iMessages group, and also that there is a ChatGPT integration with Gen emoji as well. Not something that is new, but now you can just create images on Gen emoji using the ChatGPT as well. It will again prompt you that if you just want to use ChatGPT or no. Again, something that we are already aware of, but also we have got the updated games application as well. Not something that I'm very used to, and again, I just do not remember the last time when I actually opened the games application and played something on it, but something that is available as an update on this iOS 26 update. And also now you have got the ability to go into the battery settings of your iPhone to check that how much time it will be required to be getting from any percentage that is there on the battery on your iPhone to say 80% and say 100%, which is one feature that I was literally craving from a long time on the Apple iPhones. And finally, this feature is now available on iOS 26 update, which is just amazing. And also you have got this updated music application as well. So if you are just listening to quite a few songs in a day, it will create a remix of it or allow you to make a remix. So yes, I think so, something that is a neat feature, but something that will be copied by a few other manufacturers like Samsung, Xiaomi, and so much so. And well, now with that said, that was all that what I wanted to share about this iOS 26 update, and these were my top 5 things that I think so that you should know before upgrading to this new update. And again, I think so it is a worthy upgrade, but I just do not like too much glass on my home screen. And for the first time in so many years, I can actually say that my Android smartphone, it looks a bit more cleaner, a bit more functional, a bit more smoother, and also a bit more polished in my opinion. And well, that was all what I wanted to share about in this video. But do let me know in the comment sections below that what are your thoughts about this new iOS 26 update, and if you just want to know anything more about this all new update by Apple over here. Well, that was all about this video. My name is Anshul. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.